What's up, real ones? Welcome to Let's View It. I'm your man that makes videos with no plan, Tyrone Cross, and all I ask is one tiny itty bitty thing. If you enjoy this video afterwards, turn it to a hitchhiker, which is my way of saying give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Sorry, but I gotta ask. Otherwise, I'm not doing my job. Now, let me get into this goofy ass video. Cause in this video, we're gonna be talking about an elementary school in Utah that is getting taken over and attacked by furries. There's furries everywhere. What are furries? Well, it's their students, but they're dressed in knockoff Looney Tune costumes. And this is how they're allowed to show up to school. And of course, since it's who they really are, they have to fully embrace their animal furry character and attack, scratch, and bite other students. So you already know, let's view it.
There are kids who claim that they are furries in this class. It's the Mount Nebo Middle School, though for the record, the school superintendent or spokesperson is pushing back on the claim, but I'll let the viewers decide. You can listen to the children protesting their presence outside. What happened was the children in Payson, Utah, were having a walkout over the students who are in this school wearing animal costumes and allegedly identifying as furries. They claim that these so-called furries are growling and biting them at school, growling at and biting them in school. And the children, again, this is middle school, have had enough. This is a clip that we have here. Hold on a second. I'll get you who it's from. I think it's Life is Driving posted this. Adam Bartholomew on X. Take a listen to these kids.
We the people, not the animals. 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 We the people, not the animals.
The furries were attacking you guys in class, is that right?
Yeah, they bite kids. They bite people. They will bite ankles.
The principal doesn't make them get in trouble.
Yeah. All the principal says is just be kind, be nice, be nice.
And how else do they attack you guys?
They either bite us, they scratch us, they bark
pounce
at
on
us.
us. They pounce on us. And then
they run on all fours and pounce on people.
Go near them within like a 10-feet circle. Otherwise, the teachers will come and get mad at us.
Okay. How old are the kids that are dressing like furries?
They're like 11, they're like 11, 12. They're 13 and they
10 to
shouldn't be allowed
14.
to. They
They're 10
bring
to
bring
14.
dog bowls to lunch.
The principal hasn't put a stop to this.
Because her daughter is a furry and she supports it. And if we get bit or something, they get mad at us.
We get suspended. Not that even if they hurt us to do anything, we get suspended.
All right, you heard the allegations. They run on all fours, they pounce on us, they bite us, they eat their lunches out of bowls.
Why does it seem like she's talking about whole different species right now? We're talking about 11 and 12-year-old kids. Anyways, let's finish this up.
So I saw this at first because I've heard more and more reports of this. It happens at colleges and it happens at younger schools now. And I thought, is this one big punk? Is this the one big punk by these?
No, actually, it's not one big punk. It's some small punks, some medium-sized punks, and probably a couple big punks.
Is this the one big punk by these kids? Because this is so outlandish. But no, it's being reported on by all the local news stations, and the school district spokesperson has issued a statement. They're trying to downplay what's happening, but they're not denying that there's an issue. They're saying no students, they claim, are coming to school dressed in full-body animal costumes. That's the distinction. Some come wearing headbands that may have ears on them. They claim they don't describe themselves as furries. That's not an effective denial. I believe the children. You guys have kids. You can tell those 11, 12, and 13-year-olds. Like, that's legit. They've got examples at the ready. They would like to walk us through them. They're holding up signs that read, "Compelled speech is not free speech." They're supported by their parents, who are also very angry. And the most telling part was, why do you think they do this? And the kids said, they want attention. So this is absolutely outlandish that these kids are being forced to deal with this. Who would like to take a shot at the furry problem?
And my teacher thought wearing a hat was unacceptable. Now, of course, the principal is lying. Their kid is a furry too, so why would the principal want furries to look bad? And on top of it, if your kid's a furry, that means you're crazy. These kids are 11 and 12, so the only way they're gonna get a furry costume, because to be honest, they look kinda nice, they have to be expensive. But the only way they're gonna get that costume or a mask or a headband with ears on it is if the parent goes out and purchases it for them. Not even that, because I guarantee to get something like that, you're gonna have to order it online. So unless your kid is stealing your debit card, the parent is purchasing all this stuff for them, then letting them wear it to school. How does all this happen? Does the kid go up to them and say,
"Mom, Dad, I want to be Wile E. Coyote for the rest of the year"?
And the parents are like,
"Great, get on Amazon and find the one with Prime shipping." Ding!
Just kidding. Amazon doesn't sponsor me. They're not big enough. But anyways, is the kid just walking out the door and the mom's like,
"Don't forget your dog bowl. You don't want to be hungry during lunchtime."
These parents are so damn irresponsible. I know they're not giving their kids rabies shots. And then you send them to school running wild, growling, and biting all the other kids. Just irresponsible. You didn't even get the costume that came with the muzzle. Now your kid's running around, biting kids, and lawsuits are gonna happen. And since the furries are scared of legal action, guess what? They went out and got them a lawyer. They went out and got them some furry representation.
The headline: students walk out of school to protest being terrorized by furries.
Disclaimer: he or she is not crazy or biased at all.
And now, the rest of the story. School administrators in the Nebo School District in Utah sent out a note to parents to address bullying on school grounds, including kids being bullied for wearing headbands that might have ears on them. It's unclear the order of events, but a conservative podcaster named Alan Bartholomew ran with this, and he convinced parents that schools were siding with the furries, and that the message was actually, you have to be nice to the furries, but they don't have to be nice to you. This turned into rumors that kids were being bitten, scratched, and attacked by furries on school grounds, of which no evidence actually exists as per the school district records. Parents led the kids to hold a protest outside of the school, a protest that Bartholomew himself covered on a YouTube live stream. A clip of him interviewing children repeating the same talking points was picked up by a known Twitter rage farming account, and boom. So here's why all this is sus to me.
You dress up like you live at Fern Gully, but you're about to tell us what's sus? Okay.
Adam Bartholomew ran for the House of Representatives as a Republican in 2020 and lost, but his wife is currently running for the Utah State Board of Education in District 13, where the Nebo School District is. He also hosts a talk show on an internet broadcast site that uses a fake FCC call sign to imply credibility. I looked, KMMU doesn't exist in Utah. And interviewing children without parental consent is questionable at best, unless he somehow got parental permission beforehand, meaning that he was in on the organization of this stunt. Real journalists don't manufacture news, so this is just rubbing me in all of the wrong ways. My reporter instinct is just screaming that this is all just shady. Overall, though, the takeaway is that, once again, I need to remind everybody that furry is Republican slang for transgender. And when seen through that lens, parents making their kids walk out of school and hold signs protesting furries, that makes a lot of sense, especially in Utah. I spent the summer working a gig in Utah, and yeah, it's not a safe place for people who dance under rainbows. It would just be refreshing if conservatives would just outright say what they mean once in a while and not speak in innuendos. Or if their followers weren't so damn gullible.
So that's the statement from the furry's lawyer. Or according to that furry, since furry is slang from trans, that's the statement from the trans lawyer. What in the hell does 11 and 12-year-old kids dressing in colorful furry animal costumes have to do with being transgender? Unless you're saying being a transgender is all in your mind. Because clearly those 11 and 12-year-old kids aren't purple foxes. They're just pretending. They know they're pretending. They know they're not a chipmunk. They know this. So are you saying that transgenders know that when they're a man pretending to be a woman, that they know they're really not a woman? That they're actually just putting on a costume? Because I guarantee you, there's not a little part of any of those kids' DNA that's gonna come back as a pink lion.
No cap.
And I don't think anybody relates 11 and 12-year-old kids dressing up as dogs and cats as transgenders. We might understand that the transgender movement inspired this, made this all possible. Since you said anybody can be whatever they identify as, well then I'll identify as a tie-dyed sloth. Why? 'Cause I'm slow. But really what it comes down to is this lawyer just sucks. He tried to point out that the school doesn't have any documentation of the furries bullying kids. Well, if he was a good lawyer, he would have did his research and knew the principal had a kid for a furry. So why would a principal make their own kid look bad? Not only that, it would make the whole school look bad to say we let kids wear furry costumes and they're attacking the other students, but that's okay as long as the ones they're attacking are nice back to them. Why would you document that? If that's the claim, you really think that a school's gonna document that? Forget the fact that you saw a bunch of kids standing together, telling the same story, actually talking over each other, talking about how the kids wear masks, how they bite their ankles, how they growl at them, how they pounce on them. Even if you remove the pouncing and the biting and the growling, still dressing up in an animal costume and bringing a dog bowl to school is unacceptable. It's ridiculous. Could you imagine if a parent made their kid bring a dog bowl to school? What would that be? Probably abuse. But as long as it makes the kid happy, it's fine. But obviously this is influenced by the parents. Who knows, the parents are probably at home going,
"You wanna be a pink elephant?"
And we could bring a trough for you to eat out of. And like I said, even if you remove the fact that they're attacking the kids and biting them and growling at them and pouncing on them on all fours, just the fact that they act out in school, how are you gonna learn? How are you gonna pay attention in class when your class is full of Magic Mountain employees? Especially if you're 11 and 12. How are you gonna pay attention when your favorite cartoon character sits right beside you? How? I know I couldn't. If someone dressed up as Bart Simpson came into my class, that's it. I'm not learning nothing that whole day. It's over. But as you can see, this lawyer is not biased at all. This lawyer has no reason to be biased. The headlines are making all this up. It's just kids wearing headbands, and some of them might have ears, and that turned into a group of kids saying they wear masks, bite them, pounce on them, run on all fours, growl at them, and bring dog bowls to eat their school lunches in. And that's all just because of some politician. Case dismissed. Good job, furry lawyer. But now that you know, Utah schools are being attacked by furries, but the principal's okay with it because he owns a furry. All I need you guys to do is comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you think all this is just blown up, made up rumors, all because of a politician? Or do you think there's just some terrible parents out there letting their kids do whatever they want, run amok, whatever that means? What's amok? Whatever it is, they're running the muck, and they're running it good. Or maybe all the non-furry parents told their kids to lie and say there's a bunch of kids at school dressing like furries, biting them on their ankles, pouncing on them, growling at them, and eating out of dog bowls. But while you're telling me your thoughts, I'm also gonna need you to hit that bell like the hunchback. Also click that hit checker button and subscribe with me. And I'll see you on the next trip.
Day and night. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. All my life. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Can't help keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. That's why I keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.